Hello, humans and pets. It's really cold outside. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be cooking. It's about 13 degrees. It feels like negative 180.
It doesn't feel, it doesn't feel like 13
But there's a big wind chill, and we want to see how the Char griller gravity-fed 980 does in the freezing cold. So we have a little bit of a cook that we're going to do today.
Yeah, this shouldn't take too long. It's going to probably take longer for us to prep it.
So what's in the bowl?
So in the bowl, I have approximately 3 pounds of hamburger. Now, I'll give a shout out to, what is it? How to Barbecue Right with Malcolm Reed, actually called them Moink balls, which the M is for the meat, which is the hamburger. He actually used the store-bought frozen meatballs. I guess they do it at competitions as something to eat while they're waiting for everything to cook. And then you bacon wrap them and season them up, and some throw a sauce on, some don't. So we're going to make our variation, but I didn't want to just buy store-bought ones. So Ryan decided we're going to try.
We're going to make our own.
Kind of like I used to make the meatballs when I used to make a homemade sauce. So we have about 3 pounds of hamburger, so it should make quite a bit of the meatballs. And we're going to throw 3 eggs that Ryan cracked that have.
Throw them now?
Yeah, go ahead. Potentially have shells in them because we have a little problem.
In the eggs.
All right, that's good. So it doesn't spill.
There we go.
And we're going to hit it. I haven't touched anything yet. Well, I touched it with my left hand, but Ryan's going to hit it with this right here is just, we just had salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder. So that's just a little happiness to go inside of the flavoring on the inside. We'll put a generous amount of that because we're going to make a lot of them. Now, the trick with meatballs is you got to work it, but you don't want to work it too much.
Yeah.
Because then that's that. So
I'm ready.
And in you ready? So let's start with the breadcrumbs because I haven't touched anything with this hand. I'm probably gonna want more. I eyeball everything. I'm not good with measurements, and Ryan's gonna hit it with a little more Italian seasoning, providing he can open the Italian seasoning.
It doesn't like to open.
That is not on. That would have been okay.
That would not have been good.
And we actually might.
We have hot and spicy Parmesan cheese out of the tub.
Yeah,
from
Ryan's mother found this the other day. I'm going to kind of let him see what he does with seasoning. We're going to see what happens.
I'll add more.
All right. Well, I'm going to start mixing it a little bit to try to incorporate everything. And then if you think you want... Oh, you want to hit it? So that's my habanero sauce.
Yeah.
You can put
not a sauce. It's just...
Sorry.
Ground up.
Ground peppers.
So I'm going to put some of this in here.
This is hot.
I'm going to put a generous amount.
Yeah, it's not a generous, so... This is a lot of meat, so we're going to mix this in. But just remember, this is a heat that doesn't go away.
You can mix it in.
Well, I don't want you to pour it all over my hands.
Okay.
You good?
Yeah.
I usually use 2 eggs. I put 3 today. I'm not really sure why, but...
Well, we have 3 eggs.
I have 3 pounds. I don't always do 3 pounds of meat. You want to get it so that it's kind of sticky. I want more breadcrumbs than that, though. Okay.
We also have toothpicks. So what we're going to be doing is, after we season it, we're going to wrap it in bacon.
Did you want to put some more of the salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, or do you think
No, it should be good.
Making a mess.
So. You want some cheese?
Do you want to put some of that cheese in there?
I'll sprinkle a little bit of cheese on there.
I'm gonna have to.
There we go.
Now they usually have theirs stickier than what I usually make mine. Like all the times I see people make meatballs. You kind of want it so that it's sticky to the touch. Mine's not as sticky. I put more breadcrumbs. I don't know why they usually, but I want to mix it in. Is that enough cheese for you? Did you want some more of the other cheese? Or?
Yeah, I'll add a little more of this stuff.
Well, I'm kind of working it a lot, but I got to kind of incorporate that stringy cheese that you just did. I like a cheesy meatball anyways, but I don't usually wear gloves, so it feels weird to me right now. And having all these different foreign objects. This is no longer my traditional meatballs that I usually make because we've added all this other flavor. That cheese there, though, the one that the Parmesan cheese, we've never had it before. It actually has a nice little bite to it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It tastes like Parmesan cheese out of this, except a little more spicy. So they did a good job with this one.
All right. So we kind of kept the flavoring to a minimum.
Yeah.
Because there's already Italian seasoning in the breadcrumbs, and we put a little bit of that because we're gonna hit it on the outside with. We have two different rubs. One is a barbecue rub we used to use on the. We've used on
the channel as well.
Yes, and then we have a new one.
I believe we used it on the poppers. Barbecue one?
The barbecue one we used on the poppers.
I
don't know why they're over there.
Yeah, I just moved it over here because we're going to put it on later.
All right, so basically what we're going to do, and Ryan will hit the fast forward button on this one, is we're going to take a little batch of meatballs. We're going to roll it. Like so.
Ta-da!
And then we're going to take a piece of bacon.
Because who doesn't like bacon?
And we're gonna wrap it with we actually cut the bacon in half. And then we're gonna toothpick it.
Yeah. You ready?
Yep. Through the whole thing. Right through, there you go. And then we're gonna stick it on a sheet pan and we're gonna end up seasoning it up. So that's basically what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
We're gonna fast forward this part so you don't have to watch it.
And I made the music this time.
Ryan actually produced the music.
So I put it all together. So enjoy the tunes.
Leave a comment down below if you like his little beat that he made.
If you like the beat I made.
Yeah.
So
all right. So we could do that.
Yeah.
And we'll be back in a minute. Well, you can actually watch us make these.
Yeah. No. Hello, humans and pets. It's time for the seasoning in the muffins. We wrapped them all in bacon. We toothpicked them. We ran out of bacon, so we just had meatballs. But we got Grill Mates barbecue seasoning. We like this one.
Yeah, we use this on the jalapeno poppers. We're not going to put a lot of it on. It's just going to have, just so it has a little bit of the flavor. We are going to hit some of these with some of the barbecue sauce. I don't know if that's going to come out before this one, but we have some
I think it's coming out before.
We have some of the Tabasco barbecue sauce that is, it was actually really good. So we're going to use one of them. So Ryan's just going to hit them lightly with one of these seasonings. Again, we could fast forward through this part of it too. So you can watch. We're just going to hit it with a
We're back. We seasoned them all up. Now we're gonna put them on the grill.
That's it. So we're going to go fire up the grill. I don't know how long it's going to take. These are going to sit up here and just kind of marinate in their happiness until we get the grill fired up. And we'll be back to you when we throw it on. Okay, excuse me squinting. I'm looking into the sun. It is brisk out here when that wind kicks up. So this came up to we're going to run it at like 275 because when we did the little smokies with the bacon wrap, the bacon got perfect. These, now that I'm looking at it, we made the meatballs a lot bigger than I had planned on it. But we're going to give it a try. So we are running the same Char griller budget.
Yeah, we're using Walmart brand
grill. Ouch, that's
expert
hot.
grill charcoal.
Charcoal.
And we have some oak chunks in here, I believe.
Pieces of oak chunks in there. We're going to smoke it at that. So we're going to run it at 275. This may take a little longer than the hour. Can you see my breath? It is cold. The wind just picked up. But
the hands are chilly.
It said 13. I was out here for 2 minutes and my hands are already feeling frostbite. But we're going to let this run. We're going to check it in like 45 minutes like we did with the little smokies. But I'm pretty sure we're going to get the internal temperature up to about 165 degrees.
170.
It is Hamburg. And excuse my neighbor's generator that's starting up. And we'll come back to you when we do something different. Okay, we are back. And I don't care what that thermometer says.
Woo!
The wind kicks on and that sun goes behind.
Like right now?
It is cold. So
yeah,
these cooked for approximately a little more than an hour and a half. They're up over the 165 mark. They're actually looking really good. Again, we'll do a quick recap afterwards. We're gonna bring these in. We're gonna give it a try, but we just wanted to let you get a quick look at it on the grill, and we'll see you in a minute inside.
Hello, humans and pets. It is cold outside.
It is very cold outside.
But the grill, final assessment, we haven't eaten it yet.
Yeah, besides the food, besides all of that, let's give a huge shout out to Char Griller.
Char Griller Gravity Fed 980 is like superior. It's great. It works beautifully, even in the cold weather.
Yeah, because it's right around when the sun is out. Right now, in the sun, it says
it's 17.
But there is a wind chill out there.
It's like negative 20-ish.
And it got right up to temperature in a short amount of time. It maintained the temperature, the whole cook. And being this cold, I thought it was going to struggle. I'm not going to lie. But it actually maintained temperature
really well.
Really perfect. You can't ask for anything better than what it did.
So, It's time to eat food.
Yeah. So we decided. You want to recap it, or are we good? We decided.
So we made them, and we were gonna sauce them.
Yes.
But then we were like, let's just dip it so we can try multiple sauces. We got all the Tabasco barbecue sauces. We have some Melinda's over there. No saying we're gonna use them all, probably not.
No.
But we'll use a select few on the table.
Yeah. So
and see how they are.
Because Ryan was hitting it with a generous amount of that barbecue rub that we have, and if you can read my lips, you would hear me yelling at him. But with that, so we're gonna see what it tastes like. You went with one with bacon right off the bat, and
Yeah.
we made the meatballs a little bit bigger. Again, it took about an hour and a half,
Stab myself
an hour and 40 minutes. What, with the toothpick?
with a toothpick.
And
I
so-
pushed on it thinking it would go out.
out.
Don't do that.
So it took a little bit longer than everyone else, but we also made the meatballs a little bit bigger than everybody else. So
Let's eat these.
let's just try it plain. I mean, not do the toothpick. I can tell you right off the bat, just licking a toothpick, you get that nice smoky flavor.
Mm-hmm.
I think $2.75. How is the bacon? Oh, wow. At that $2.75, the bacon gets it's really rendered. You can barely tell that it's fatty, but it's not a crunch. It's still like that nice chew.
Yeah.
So if you like a crunchier bacon, you could turn it up so that it gets. I really like the texture on because it gets
On the
chewy,
bacon.
but it's cooked. The bacon has a big flavor on here too. It really sucks up the smoke flavor. And the meatball itself actually has a nice flavor to it too.
Yeah. It's juicy.
Mm-hmm.
It's
It's still soft.
yeah. It's not like tough.
No dryness at all. It almost
No.
tastes like one thing. We were talking about this. One thing I don't like about meatballs. Normally, when I make meatballs for a sauce, I put it right in the sauce and I cook it right in the sauce because I don't like a hard, crunchy exterior, and I like my meatball to be soft. Like sometimes,
I don't want no crispy meatball.
right? I'm getting a hit of a crushed red pepper. Hit me right in the back of the throat. It's got an underlining with the crushed red that we put in there, because it's just ground up habaneros. Overall, I take back the fact that I told you I think you're over seasoning it. I think it's seasoned perfect.
Mm-hmm.
The flavor.
It's
You know,
good.
I like a meatball anybody's, but if you wrap it in bacon, it's absolutely delicious. What you really, I hate to say this because we're doing the cooking. Now, keep in mind, I have no culinary background other than the fact I've been cooking for 50 years.
Now the funny thing, right, is we review fast food,
Right.
right, and then we're always either liking it, hating on it, or whatever. And then we come on this, and we're like, this is 5 times as good as half the stuff we eat. It's because it is,
It really is.
and it's really simple to make the stuff. And in the case of certain places, it's even more cost effective to make a whole batch of this than it would be, say, get like 2 Big Macs at McDonald's.
Right. I want to just take one and see if I can actually, with this little knife that we have, and get a cross view. We should try one without a bacon. Does it make a huge difference?
Mm-hmm.
But we'll just give you like a cross view of what it'll actually look like. I don't know if it'll focus in, but they are still juicy.
You got that little ring of smoke.
Yeah, you get a little smoke ring on it. On the outside, you can see.
You want to try one without?
Yeah, we should try
I'll
one
go
without.
with that.
I'm gonna take this guy, just to see if it makes a difference in flavor. We could even put more cheese.
There's more smoke on this guy. We could.
Mm-hmm. We were toying with dicing up, like really dicing up fine, some onions, maybe some peppers.
Pepperoncinis.
That's a good meatball, man. And this one, when you don't have like the bacon flavor and stuff, this one, and everyone's going to be different. I get more of a hit of the Italian seasoning on the inside, so it actually tasted like a sauce. I like a little spice to everything. So you do get, have you got any where you can
crushed red,
actually
yeah.
hit the crushed red?
You can feel it.
You can feel the crushed red in the background.
Grab that original sauce.
Is that the one you want to start with?
I'll start with this guy.
These things, I can see why. If you were to make them for a party, of course you would make the meatballs smaller so that multiple people could go at it at the same time.
Yeah.
I could eat a plate of these. These are delicious. These sauces, hopefully the review comes out before this.
I think it's coming out today. So
these are absolutely delicious,
chilling.
all of them.
Tabasco barbecue sauce.
Yep, it's actually
They're
delicious.
like really good.
I'm gonna try. What do you think?
The bacon is just so
We're
good.
eating like a savage. You know what? As much as I love this barbecue sauce, these are so good on their own. I don't even think I want to dip them anymore.
Yeah, you don't even need the sauce. Does it make it better? Maybe.
It certainly doesn't hurt it.
it.
It doesn't hurt it, but we actually put so much flavor in
It
these.
hides the flavor.
It does. It takes over because now you're kind of getting like just straight barbecue sauce. I'm gonna try it with a piece of one with bacon, and they're good. Don't get me wrong.
The bacon's great.
I agree, and I'm gonna say, and I say this to my brother all the time. I love bacon. I don't know too many people who don't like bacon, but if you think you're a bacon lover, put it on a smoker. It sucks up the smoke flavor 10 times.
Yeah.
And it is so much better
And the
on a
texture
smoker.
is better. I don't know what it is. It's just magical.
For us,
really is.
because see, we don't like crunchy. His mother does, but we don't like crunchy bacon. I like my bacon to still have a chew to it.
Correct. But you can still make it crunchy if you wanted to.
But it sucks up, much like when we did the chili or the beans. Some certain things really suck in that bacon flavor. I mean the smoke flavor, and the bacon really does a good job at that. These are phenomenal. These probably took. Actually, it didn't take too long to actually build these.
30, 20 minutes, 5, 10.
Again, when I saw
but,
Malcolm Reed did it, he did them with a store-bought
frozen
meatball,
right?
which would simplify this tenfold. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it really didn't take us that long to whip together. And again, the good thing with this is you can put your favorite seasoning inside of the meatball because you could turn this in, like when I make a meatloaf, it's usually got like onion soup and stuff. So you can put whatever seasoning on the inside, on the outside. Like we picked the barbecue one because I think it just goes good with the smoke.
We don't have it up here.
We don't have it up here. And, but, I mean, you put your favorite seasoning on here, you can make these your own.
Yeah.
These are dynamite.
It's really good. They have a heat. They have a strong flavor. Little bits of cheese here and there. But it's good.
The only thing I think that could top this up was the other idea that I had before that we've never made. But I figured I would make these first. And my idea is I wanted to make a jalapeno popper mix. I wanted to make the cream cheese and dice up some jalapenos and stick it inside of the meatball. So you'd have that nice creamy filling on the inside.
Yeah.
And as good as these came out, we might have to give that a try. So if you want to see that, leave a comment down below and we could probably get to it. But these, I do like that little bit of heat. And I think that's what you would have got if we would have did the jalapeno mix.
Yeah.
But with the, like you said, with the bacon in there, that 275 just makes it, the bacon's rendered enough. If you want a crispier bacon, you could have turned it up, but we could have just left it on a little bit more. But the inside cooked to the 165 degrees. And the bacon, to me, I love it this way.
It's really good. I ate 5, including the one without bacon. Bacon's the way to go. But the meatball on its own, say, man, bacon's so expensive. Just make the meatball. I mean, it still will be expensive.
These meatballs, and then even, you know what? Sorry, I didn't mean to step on you. But when you,
He always steps on me.
I don't like a baked meatball because it gets hard. These are so soft on the outside. These would be good. Now, throw these in a spaghetti sauce, and that smoky flavor would go without.
Make a sub, make a grinder.
Yeah.
That's probably how I'm going to end up eating it.
Melt cheese over the top of it.
Just like grab a big bowl, go nom nom. This would be great. Schools, you should make this for lunch, right? I mean, that would be great if they smoked meatballs, wrapped them in bacon, and put them on a sub for lunch. But that would be kind of hard to do.
My wife yells at me all the time because here I got a knife and a fork, and what do? I eat them with my fingers.
I didn't even touch it.
Yeah.
So
I would, yeah. So
it's fun.
You can put anything you want on these. We were gonna sauce them on the outside.
Yeah.
But again, I said let's try them, and then we can just dip them just to see. Again, I think they're good with the sauce, but we season these up so much, and the good part is much like what I tell them, it's layers of flavor. So we do have that. You have the Italian seasoning that's in there, so you get that.
The little bit of salt and pepper, onion powder, garlic powder.
Which, and then the little crushed red. And that Parmesan cheese goes a long way too, because that has a nice little flavor.
And then even the shredded stuff, including the barbecue on top of that.
That really adds a nice finish to it.
And then you get the meat itself.
Yep.
The smoke, and the bacon.
The hamburger itself, when you eat the one without the bacon, because the bacon really sucks up that flavor.
Yeah.
Has
I think
plenty of smoke flavor.
The bacon are smokier.
That's what I mean. It has plenty of smoke flavor on it. That's what I meant to say. The bacon really sucks up that flavor, but the regular one is just as good.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't got bacon, just make it. And if you don't have meat, just cook the bacon on it. The Chug Griller, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I gotta give them credit because there is a good wind out there, and it is gotta be right around 0 degrees with the wind, even though it says 17 over there. I don't buy that for a second. You're out
do you
there
have your phone?
A couple minutes, and you're.
Let's see what Google's saying.
Your fingers just get numb. It is cold out there,
and it is warming up, I think.
Yeah,
but we'll see.
Overall, this is a good. I mean, we made the balls a lot bigger. If we would have made like bite-sized ones like everybody else did, then that way you could just eat them as a snack. This is a good football snack. It's the playoff season, and these are.
Yeah, right now it says it's 13 degrees.
Yeah.
Apparently, according to like whatever the weather app on your phone is, with a low of 0.
No, there's a wind chill out there. It's cold, but that thing held temp. It ran good. It cooked to perfection.
It feels like -3.
Yeah.
So it was cooking negative numbers, basically. So it works.
We're a couple ham and eggers, and this food has been coming out phenomenal.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying it because we cooked it. I mean, this is some quality.
If we could share it with you, we would.
Yeah, we've had a couple people. We had some friends come over, family come over. They've tried it. I brought food to them. Everyone has liked it. I was afraid with the Char griller or any other pellet smoke or whatever, it wasn't going to have the smoke flavor that I was looking for. Really, you can control how much wood. Like, we only put a couple of chunks of wood in.
Yeah.
It really gets a lot of smoke with a minimal amount of wood.
You don't have to add or change the coals mid-cook for the most part.
No.
I mean, we haven't done like a 13-hour cook, but we have done...
Well, we have.
Was it 13 hours?
We did 16 hours. The first cook, when we did first pork butt, it was
like
a 16-hour cook.
It was like from like morning to like very night.
Because we didn't turn it up. We got up at like 2 in the morning. So we did a 16-hour cook, and that thing cooked the whole time. I don't know about in cold weather like
it was down. It was definitely...
Yeah, it was down to the bare minimum.
But the fact that it lasted a while, I completely forgot about that.
We did we've done a couple long ones.
We've done a few, the turkeys.
If there is something you guys want to see as a cook, leave it, let us know. We've done like
you want more appetizer type things? You want like more main courses?
We've done a lot of the basics and stuff. I was going to actually throw a pork shoulder picnic on with this.
Yeah.
But it wasn't thawed in time. I took one out. I have a small one that we had got for cheap money. And that's kind of what we're going for, or what I'm going for. I don't mind spending the money for the stuff, but, quality barbecue was supposed to be taking cheap meats and turning it into delicious food. And when you're paying $10 a pound for steak and stuff, that's not cheap meats. You know what I mean? So we keep looking for stuff when it goes on sale.
We did get a suggestion for dollar store steaks.
We do have,
So maybe we'll go pick up some dollar store steaks.
I've never smoked a steak on the smoker.
I don't eat steak Really.
You know, because I'm not one that always like. I don't care
I don't know.
if I char because ours you can actually turn up to 700 and do a reverse sear. I don't ever sear it, so I wouldn't care if it had the char marks. I just want to see, does it have the flavor and the taste. So maybe we'll see. I've never eaten a dollar store steak. If anyone has, if you want to see that, let us know. I'd be curious how tender it would come out anyway.
In general, how is it?
How it would taste, yeah. We might even, if they're dollar stores, maybe we can pan fry something like Gordon Ramsay does with some butter, and we can throw some on an actual charcoal
Gordon
grill
Ramsay.
and do and we could see. But if you want to see something like that, let us know. If there is anything you want to see, I keep checking.
Follow Gordon Ramsay's recipe.
I keep checking like some briskets and stuff, and I did see some the other day. They weren't the most quality looking briskets at Walmart, but there were some that were only under $5 a pound for a change. But overall, it was still $60 when you got done with it. But it was they weren't the best looking ones, but they weren't the worst looking ones. But I've never done a brisket. I still want to do that. These though, much like the other like the pig shots, go back and watch that video. Those were delicious. Well, how do they rank in your eyes compared
below
to
Poppers, below Little Smokies, I think, below the pig shots, because I like sausage
I was gonna say
and cream cheese more than meatballs generally. But it's definitely up there in my favorite cooks. It's not bologna tier, it's not Popper tier, but it's definitely not. It's definitely up there. I do like it.
these would actually be phenomenal in just putting a sauce.
I mean, they're phenomenal on itself. So
No, they
anything
are.
with it would.
I'm
go
just
great.
trying to think, like, if you put them in a little red sauce for a minute, and especially if you threw that on the smoker and let it come up, and then throw
Or
that
just
with some
slap chop them up and make some tacos.
throw that in a
Meatball
thing and smother some mozzarella cheese over the top. Oh.
Everything would be good with it.
But they're good on their own, and they're nice and tender, and they're soft. If you, like I said, if we would have made them small and bite sized, where you can just eat one, this would be a great appetizer for any game that's coming up. You got the Super Bowl coming up, all the playoffs are coming up.
Or like esports, because
I was gonna say this is just good in general.
watch the chess finals. Like
I will be I will be making one of these again. These actually I like
meatballs.
this. I like this. I've never made a smoked meatloaf, and that was our other choice. I asked him if he wanted to do that, or I saw them Moink balls. But if you want to see something like that too, leave a comment down below. We cook quite a bit. I do. I cook on this a lot. I only show you some when it's something new. If there's something you want to see again, if you want to see any variation.
If you want to just see us make something that we've already made, but in cold weather while it's cold, tell us.
Yeah, leave a comment down below. We take all suggestions. We appreciate them. We may or may not do them, but definitely leave a comment.
Yeah.
We hope you definitely try this. I think these are phenomenal. And anything else? We hope you enjoyed the video.
Good.
Yeah.